Hi everyone, let's get started. So welcome to our today's webinar with the topic SSE platform based on zero trust principles. Our main presenter today will be Mr. Hong, who is currently the head of our product management. And here we have some notes for you regarding this webinar. First of all, this section is being recorded, and all the recordings will be uploaded to our Monitorapp's YouTube channel here, as you can see. So later on, if you need, you can visit here and check it out later. If you have any real-time questions, you can leave in the chat box. And if you have any additional information or more detailed information, you can contact us at marketing@monitorapp.com or tasha.nguyen@monitorapp.com. But before getting into the main content, I would like to take a few minutes to introduce our company so you can get a glimpse of who we are. So Monitorapp has been in the cybersecurity business since 2005. We started in Seoul, South Korea, and now we're having 2 overseas branches, one in the US and one in Japan. And with our core business being in the B2B cybersecurity field, we are putting efforts into providing security solutions optimized for corporate network environments through physical appliances and virtual appliances that can be deployed both on premises and in the cloud. And we also have IronCloud. IronCloud is our independent brand. IronCloud provides cloud-based security as a service, such as web app and API protection, secure web gateway, cloud access security broker, zero trust network access, etc., by utilizing the edge computing called Security Service Edge, SSE, which will be our main topic today. And yes, that's basically a really short introduction about our company. Hope you had a brief shot of what we're doing. So moving on to our main session, Mr. Hong now will start the presentation about SSE platform based on zero trust principle.
Thank you. So today we would like to discuss SSE platform based on zero trust principles. So here is an agenda. We will check the security incident which has been occurred recently as an example. And since this security incident has many relation with the recent IT environment change, we will look into how IT environment has been changed recently as well. And second, we will look at about the zero trust, because zero trust is one of the hottest keyword in the IT and security area. So we will check whether zero trust can be the good solution for this kind of security threat. And finally, we will look into how to implement zero trust security with the SSE platform. Let me introduce myself shortly. I'm head of product management and Monitorapp. Totally 25 years of IT and security related experience. Also, I have worked as a security manager in Japan, USA, and Korea. Based on my experience for last 25 years, I published 5 IT security books about network and system. Okay, so when you search some zero trust in Google, you can find that there are lots of the information, especially from the global IT vendors. Also, any search the zero trust in the Google Trend, you will realize that the interest of this keyword is increased and increased again dramatically, especially recent 3 or 5 years. So since the zero trust is the hottest keyword in IT as well as security area, you will get so many questions. Are you ready for zero trust, or do you have any detailed schedule, roadmap, plan to implement zero trust? If yes, which is great, but if not yet, then hopefully you will get the detailed information, what is zero trust and how to implement zero trust for your environment. Okay, let's look at the one security incident occurred recently, the December last year, from the famous security company named LastPass. So they provide the security manager for the end users, but unfortunately, there was a critical security incident last year. So here is the small step. So during this incident, the company attacker accessed the customer data as well as the source code. So this was the very critical security incident for the company. So firstly, the attacker knows the security engineer's home PC information with social engineering, maybe by the LinkedIn or social networks or something like that. And after that, attacker realized that the senior engineer's home PC was not fully patched. And through this information, attacker could install the keylogger malware in the senior engineer's home PC. But unfortunately, the senior engineer could not realize that the malware has been installed. So the engineer accessed the AWS S3 with a secret key. And since the attacker installed the keylogger, attacker could get the access information by sniffing the engineer's activity. And finally, the attacker accessed the resource and could get the secret key and finally download the customer data. So there are some issues, and in other words, there are some lessons learning from this incident. So the first issue is the senior engineer accessed the company resource with a home PC, not the company provide devices. And second, there was no restriction when connect the company resource with the vulnerable PC. So basically, if the device is not fully patched, then the trial to access the company resource should be prohibited. And number three, even though the malware has been installed, the senior engineer could not recognize because there was no warning or no restriction. So we guess that the antivirus solution is not installed. And number four, it takes so long time, around 3 months, to track the issue and reason. Well, this critical security incident has many relation with the recent IT environment change. So let's look at how the IT environment has been changing. Previously, maybe 20 years ago or 30 years ago, the IT environment was very simple, just installing the firewall, that's all. So the outside of the network is on trust zone, but within the firewall, the inside network zone is a trust zone. It was very simple, but by the new threat, we should install the additional security appliance like IPS DLP, NG firewall, DDoS sandbox, URL filter, something like that. So the security appliances are stacked one after another, but still the company resources are located in locally. And after the pandemic, there is another change. So, for example, the remote work has been increased, and the usage of SaaS or public cloud has been increased as well. And also, the traffic of video and encrypted traffic has been increased as well. So here is the one page combined for the current IT architecture. So in current architecture, we have the three major issues. So the first one is the massive traffic in the office gateway network. And the second one is related with the remote work. If the remote worker try to access the SaaS solution or public cloud, then no need to access the VPN. So, which means that there is no control or no monitor for the remote environment. So it's the same for malware activity. If the device has been compromised, then the malware traffic can access the SaaS solution directly without control as well as the monitoring. And number three, related with the VPN. So as you know, since VPN is a network-based access control, it's impossible or hard to set up the detailed access control when use the VPN. So how to solve the various security risks as well as security incident? So we think the Zero Trust can be the right solution. So the motto of Zero Trust is never trust and always verify. When you talk about Zero Trust, you may consider 0 day, but the meaning of the zero is a bit different. So as you know, the meaning of 0 day is the exploit before the patch or not enough time to apply the patch. But here, the Zero Trust means that never or no. So the meaning of zero is a bit different from the 0 day. Let's look at the history of Zero Trust. So 2010, the Forrester, the firstly introduced the concept of Zero Trust. And after 9 years, 2019 and 2021, so Gartner announced the concept of the SASE, SSE, GTNA to implement the Zero Trust. And 2022, the President Office in USA analyzed the recent critical security incident and conclude that if apply the Zero Trust, they can minimize the risk of the negative impact for the against the security incident. So finally, OMB, Office of Management and Budget of USA, ordered to for all of the offices to provide a plan to apply the Zero Trust by 2024. So here is the core idea of Zero Trust. I think there are 5 core ideas, but the number 1 and number 2 is not new because as you know, the ISMS or PCI DSS already talking about this concept like least privilege or identification and verification. But the number 3, 4, 5 is a new concept introduced in the Zero Trust. So never trust anything. And number 4 is a micro-segmentation. In the previous or traditional IT environment, so if the one resource has been compromised, then this can be impact to the other resource easily in the flat network. But if the micro-segmented environment, even though the resource has been compromised, then it's almost impossible or very hard to impact the other resource. And number 5 is a continuous monitoring and analysis. So if you are IT admin to design the IT environment, then you need some assumption like number 1 is that there is no difference between internal and external network. And number 2, apply the security policy as if internal user has been compromised. Then let's look at how to implement Zero Trust based on SaaS platform. We already reviewed that we have 3 the major critical issue in the current IT environment. Then let's look at how to fix this issue if we apply the SaaS platform. So as I mentioned, the Gartner announced the concept of SSE, SSE, and GTNA in 2021. So according to the Gartner, the SSE is an architecture, and the SSE consists of SD-WAN-based network part and SSE-based security part. So the important part will be the SSE. So we will focus on the SSE part. So SSE stands for Security Service Edge, and core components of SSE is a CASB, which stands for Cloud Access Service Broker, and GTNA, Zero Trust Network Access, which is similar to VPN. So let me explain more detail later. And SWG or SWG stands for Secure Web Gateway to support, for example, URL filtering, application control, and the blocking the malicious contents download, like antivirus, anti-malware, something like that. And also, when apply the SSE, so Gartner propose to use the single vendor because there are so many merits if apply the single vendor for SSE. We can expect more performance, and if the single vendor then easy to manage, and we can expect the cost reduction. So how to fix this kind of the current architecture security issue? So first one, if we apply the SaaS platform, we need to install the one GTNA agent for all of the devices. Once the agent has been installed, then all of the traffic is tunneled to the SaaS platform. So in SaaS architecture, no need to install any appliance. So that's why there is no bottleneck in the office network. And second, so you may remember there was 3 major security issue from the current architecture. So number 1 was the bottleneck in the office network, but since there is no appliance in the office network, then there should be no bottleneck. And second one was no control to access the SaaS or public cloud from the remote environment. But if we install the GTN agent for all of the users' devices, then all traffic should go through the SS platform. So we can expect that the same control for remote environment as well. And also, if the device has been compromised, then the malicious content also should connect the SS platform first. But the SS platform can provide the function to detect the malicious traffic, so that this malicious traffic should be protected from the SS platform edge. And since the GTNA provide the application-based detailed access control compared to the VPN, so we can set up the very detailed access control if apply the GTNA. And this is the some example of the useful or interesting function of SSE. So the first one is anti-malware. Oh, sorry. So the first one is anti-malware or antivirus. Since the SS platform can intercept all of the inbound or outbound traffic, if the outbound the download traffic contains any malicious code, such as the JavaScript or something like that, so SS platform can block the malicious contents like this. And second one is a block CNC access. So if the device has been compromised, so the malicious content try to access the CNC server to get the control by the attacker. But the SS platform is connected with the threat intelligence in real time. The CNC information is updated SS platform automatically in real time. So if the compromised device try to access the CNC, then the SS platform can block the trial. And the third one is application control. Since SS platform can understand all kind of traffic, the SS platform can provide the application control function. For example, if you'd like to block the messenger or social network related, then it's possible. So basically, we can provide function to understand all kind of application. So you can set up the detailed security policy based on the application. And the next one is a URL category. So if you want to set up the policy, like for example, the access the shopping or gaming site during the working hours, then it's possible because SS platform can provide a URL category, basically. And next one is a data loss prevention. If you have a requirement to upload or download some specific content containing some keyword like a revenue or something like that, then SS platform can apply the policy. So also the SS platform supports to understand the file extension or content type. So based on your requirement, we can have very detailed policy. And the last one is all access role. So without regard to the security configuration, SS platform can save all of the access history. So if any security issue happens, you can track and track the what happens for your the organization. So as I mentioned, if you apply the SS platform, then the traffic is tunneled to the SS platform, then the source IP will be edge of SSE, which is a public IP. But if you have your own company application in your office with a private IP address, then basically it's impossible to access the company application. So in this case, it's possible to access the specific internal application through the split tunneling. So if you have your own environment with some specific IP range, then you can set up the split tunnel. And also your application is located in the remote, especially in the data center with a private IP address. So previously you should use the VPN, but in the Zero Trust network, you can set up the additional tunnel by installing the agent. Then in the SS platform, you can set up the detailed access policy through the firewall as a service system. So in this case, if the user accesses the specific application which is located in the data center, then each user can access the directory with the private IP address assigned to user. So we talked about the GTNA previously, and you may have some question like what's the difference between GTNA and VPN? So basically it's very similar, but there are some difference between them, and the most different point between the VPN and GTNA is whether the network basis or application basis. So as you can see, if you access the VPN, then you can access the whole network like this. But in GTNA, you can see only allowed resource in advance. So even you know the IP address, it's impossible to ping. So only can see the allowed limited resource only. So that's the biggest difference between them. And next, this is the example of dashboard SS platform provided by Monitorapp. So if you install, so in order to use the SS platform, as I mentioned, you need to install the agent in each devices like this. So once the device, the agent has been installed and authenticated, then all of the traffic is tunneled to the SS platform. And IT admin perspective, since all of the traffic goes through the SS platform, you can see how much and what kind of traffic is transferred from your organization. So here is the very simple image screenshot. So how many users are connected with the SS platform, and how many the traffic is transferred, and which users traffic has been blocked due to the security policy. So as an IT admin, you may have like requirement to have the visibility for your the employees traffic. So in this case, you can see the what kind of application has been used, how many, how much, and also you can understand which website has been accessed by whom, how many, something like that. And if you would like to know more detailed information for each user, then you can see like this. So in this case, you can see that this user accessed the YouTube or the mail service or Bing, something like that. So you can see the more detailed information per user, per application, per website. And this is the example to set up the security policy. So in this case, if you'd like to block the trial to download the malicious content, especially some attachment file contains the virus, then you can set up like this. So you can set up this policy for all users or some specific group, so per your requirement. And SS platform provide a more detailed other configuration like this. So for example, you'd like to block the CNC, or you can block the content for the source IP or the geolocation, and risky websites, including the phishing, something like that. And also so if you would like to monitor the upload or download content, the file, then it's also possible to set up with this option. So for example, if you'd like to the block to upload the Excel file, then you can set up in this menu. Also, you may have requirement, like for example, you'd like to see all of the trial, which file has been accessed, which content has been accessed, something like that. And the next screen is the example to create the policy to block to access the ChatGPT. So it's possible to block the trial to access the ChatGPT, or also it's possible to upload the specific content in the ChatGPT. So you can have more detailed configuration through the UI. So previously we talked about the one security incident occurred December last year. So you may remember in case of the security incident, we had the four critical issue. Then let's look at if we apply the SS platform, whether we can minimize the risk or not. So the first issue was company works with the home PC. If you apply the SSE, the access to company resource is restricted only from the installed GTNA agent, which means basically it's not allowed to access the company resource with the home PC. And second issue was there was no restriction even connected with the vulnerable PC. So due to the GTNA policy, it's possible to set up like non-patch devices cannot access the company resource, and redirect to apply the patch instead. So by applying this policy, you can confirm that only fully patched devices can access the company resource. And number 3 was there was no warning or no restriction, even the malware installed devices. So as I explained, since SSE platform can detect and block the malware installation, and also it's possible to monitor and detect the CNC access. So basically the SS platform can protect the installation of malware contents. And number 4, it takes very long time to track the issue and reason because there was no history or no log information. But since the SS platform provide all of the access history, basically without regard to the security violation or not, if any issue happens, it's very easy to track when what happens. So here is the conclusion. So what's the advantage if apply the SS platform? So the first one, we can set up the same security policy without regard to the office size. So if your company has the multiple branches, then basically if the branch office is very small, then you may have the different security policy. Also, if some branch is located in the shared office like WeWork, basically it's impossible to apply the same security policy. But in the SS platform, we can have the same security policy without regard to the office size. And second one is the same security policy without regard to the location. In the previous environment, if the employee works from home, then it was impossible to apply the same security policy. But in the SS platform, we can fix this kind of issue that cannot apply the policy for remote user, because without regard to the location, all users should install the GTNA agent, and without the GTNA agent, it's impossible to access the internet. And number 3, it's possible to get the visibility for all of the traffic, because since all of the traffic all of the traffic goes through the SS platform, the IT admin perspective, we can get the visibility for all of the traffic. Also, we can get the information which device has been used by whom. So we can expect that the benefit for asset management perspective. And the next one, so if you have multiple devices, then each devices will be different vendor, then it's very hard or complex to set up the security policy. But in SS platform from single vendor, it's possible to apply the complex security policy from one console easily. Again, if you use the SS platform based on the Zero Trust, no need any appliance. Just install one agent in each device, that's all. So it's very simple, which means if you don't like this vendor, then just replace the agent, that's all. Then it's very easy to change the vendor. So if you have any interest and would like to know more detailed information about the SS platform or Monitorapp, then please visit the ioncloud.com. And also, if you have any technical question, please email to support@ioncloud.com. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Hong. So that's a wrap for our webinar today. If you have any questions, please input them in the chat box. If not, we're going to end this webinar in 1 minute.
Okay, there is one question. I'd like to know if visibility management can show the file transfer to SaaS. The short answer is yes. So as I mentioned, the SSE platform provide the function to detect all of the file transfer. So it's possible which file has been transferred to outside. So the SSE platform perspective, it's possible to monitor which file has been downloaded or which file has been uploaded. So you can have the different policy per your requirement. Or also it's possible to monitor only specific file, for example, the Excel file or PowerPoint, something like that. So everything is possible for your requirement.
Does anyone else have any questions? You can put in the chat box and we'll answer.
Okay, next question. So after the POC, then do you delete the reports monthly or user email? Sorry, I did not understand correctly for this question. Well, so if we want, so we can provide the POC. So please contact us by email, then we can provide the detailed process. And after the POC, if you decided not to use our service, then absolutely we will delete all of the content. So you can request to delete all of the content, then we can support to delete the content immediately. Okay, and next question. How many SS file policies are given by default in this SS platform? So it's a bit different for the plan, but basically we don't have any limitation. So if you have the 100 or 1000 policy, we can support it without any problem. So basically we can. The answer is that there is no limitation. And if you would like to see and test more detail, then please contact us. Then we can provide the POC with the free. So please contact us by email. Okay, then it looks like no question anymore. Okay, we hope the information we provided is useful to you. So we will now end the webinar. For further information, you can contact us at marketing@monitorapp.com or previously, like Mr. Hong say, support@ioncloud.com. So, and for reviewing the content today, you can check it out again on our YouTube channel because we're going to upload there. Again, thank you for joining us today.